Welcome to or welcome back to Kentucky Farms Mapping. In this episode, we're going to be doing some hay. I think instead of cheating in hay like I talked about before, I'm going to go ahead and set up a horseplay course and mow this grass that's here into hay. And we will bale it and stick it in the Lazy E shed, the bale shed from Lazy E. And after that, we will possibly do some liming, fertilizing, make sure precision farming works correctly, and then we'll do a couple other things. Hope you enjoy the video. Okay, we're in field 2, and I've got a horseplay course set up to mow the grass. And while we're doing this, while this is mowing, I think we'll go ahead and do some lime and do some fertilizer on field 5. If we didn't tear it up too much with the mudding that we did on the last episode. We'll see what that looks like, and then we'll just kind of go from there. Okay, we are in the business area of the map, and I really had a hard time deciding how I wanted to do this. I do have a seed buying station over here, the Pioneer seed buying station, but I don't have a fertilizer buying place. We don't have a propane buying place. I did leave an open area on the map here, and I think I'm just going to leave it that way and give you the kind of the opportunity to design this how you want. I think what I'm going to do is I have right here the Crooked Creek buying station. So if I place this here like so, okay, and then if we want to add like a propane buying station, we can also do that. There's, you want to put a scale house or something like that down here. Crooked Creek Modding has a lot of nice mods for things like that. But also, there's signs that you can add. There's offices that are on here. There's just all kinds of options that are available on the mod hub, like a scale and all of that type of thing that you can put down if you want to. Okay, you can also come in here and I believe maybe in the production selling points area. Let's see what we have here. Nope, it's not on there. About containers. There we go. So there's an anhydrous ammonia tank that you could add. There's propane tanks, selling station for propane tanks. So you can kind of design your own area here. I've flattened this out pretty much so you don't have to do a whole lot of landscaping to it. But if you want to add your own selling points to it, it's very easy to do it yourself. And I think I'm just going to leave it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of things to the map here, and then we'll continue on and do some hay baling and filling up the hay shed back there. And there it is. After just a few minutes, there's probably took me maybe 15 minutes. Got that in. Did a little bit of landscaping. Looks like it fits really well with what else is there. The thing is, when you do this, you have to fill the tanks. So it's just like, if you don't want the tanks here, put them on your farm, and then you can just fill them there if you want and play the game that way. But I decided to go ahead and put them here instead of putting them on the farm. So I just drive to here and fill up, and then be able to apply, be able to use propane if we need it, and also the anhydrous. And then there's our lime and everything else available for us to purchase from here too. Okay, just a little bit of different idea of a little bit different kind of map instead of having everything there already. Okay, so now that we're done with this, we're going to head on out back to the farm and do a little hay baling. Okay, we're headed out to the grass field. What I think I'm going to do is go ahead and set up a horseplay course for this and get started mowing. And then we're going to go back to the buy station that we just put up, check that out, get some lime, and add some lime to the fields that we have already harvested. And then after that, we will do some fertilizing, baling hay, a couple of other things like that. So get the horseplay course set up, and then we'll get going with this. Lime application here on field 5. This is the one that we ran the mud truck through on the last episode, and I was wondering if there was going to be any residual effects from that, but there's not. There's no ruts or anything like that, so those are all gone. Notice that our precision farming's working. I purchased the precision farming information, and it's working just fine. Everything seems to be going well. We purchased the lime from the buy station that I put down, or the sell station, I'm sorry, that we put down, and that works just fine too. So we'll go ahead and do this, and we are also have a worker working on the hay field, and we'll get going on that as soon as we get this done. And I don't know if we'll fertilize today or not, but we'll do the hay baler next after this. This is our second load of lime instead of running back and picking up lime, just had it delivered. There's different ways that you can do that. I usually do it one of two ways. Either just get a semi and dump it on the ground and use an end loader and load it just like more realistic, or there's also an auger wagon that will haul lime, not the grain auger wagons. I know some of them will, and there's a mod that allows you to do that, but there's actually an auger trailer, I guess it is, for a semi that you can use, and I'll use that some also. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and continue with this till we get it finished, and then we'll head off to the baling. Something I wanted to show real quick. In this barn, I actually put some bulls in here. In this barn, the straw trigger is not here. This is the feed trigger. The straw trigger is right here in this corner. So if you bring bales in, you just bring the bales in around the corner, drop them off there, and for some reason, that's where the straw trigger is located on that barn. That's just a mod that I used. I didn't put the trigger in there, so that's where it is. Well, we're headed off to the hay field, and I know you don't need duals on a tractor to bale hay, but this is what I had on the lime spreader, so I just left it. I just stayed in there and hooked the baler up to it. So we'll get started baling some here. What I'm going to do is, as soon as that mower gets turned around up there, I'm going to go ahead and set the baler to the same course play path as the mower is, and we should be able to hire someone to bale also. So here's what we've done. Hay shed. Probably could have got by with a smaller hay shed, but I really like that, the way that's laid out, and I like the design of that building. So that's staying. Put in a smaller style shed for straw, which, you know, if it's separate, it's separate. I guess since we're not able to mix stuff, we're not going to be able to put like some of the other bales, like cornstalk bales and things like that in there. But, you know, our cornstalk bales are, when we ted them, they're converted to straw anyway. So all of that stuff can go in the straw shed over here. Just kind of throw all that in as one. But we do have two different sheds. They fit nice. They fit within the buildings. Let's go up in the air here a little bit. And let's take a look at the layout. The only thing is, on the bigger shed, I'm pretty sure that there's a problem with it because I can't change the color of the roof. It won't allow me to do that. I can change the color of the roof on the smaller one, but not on the bigger one. There's a couple other different styles of the bigger building. This one's enclosed. One's a drive-through and one doesn't have any sides on it. The other two that are in with the mods. I haven't tried those to see if I can change the roof color. It's just on this one. If we flip this up here, and let's go ahead and get out of our flight mode. Okay, get into our construction. Okay, if we come over here and notice up at the top where it says left shift in and M to change the color selection. Well, if I hit left shift in or M, it doesn't change the color selection. It only stays on one. So I'm not sure if there's a problem with the mod or if that's just the way that it is. I can kind of look at the mod, open it up, and see if there's something that's just not working quite right with it. Anyway, I'd love to be able to change the color of the roof. It's not that big a deal. We can change the color of the sides, so all of our buildings match except for that one roof, which is no big deal, like I said. Okay, but they work great. And when things spawn out of this bigger building right here, they actually spawn, I mean, this is just totally by accident. They actually spawn perfectly right in here. There may be a marker under there somewhere that I can't see that actually shows where things spawn. But when I spawn stuff out of there, it spawned perfectly right in this area right here when I spawned 30 bales out of it. So anyway, works great. This is one reason why I kind of leave it up to whoever's playing the map to kind of do things the way they want to, because there's so many different options. This is just one option, and this is I really like it, so it's going to stay this way for me. Okay, so we've got more hay to pick up, more hay to bring into the barn. We'll kind of head off and do that here, and then that'll be about it for this video after we get all that picked up. Okay, we are finished unloading the hay. We got 131 bales off of that hay field. So that's pretty good. That's just one cutting of it, so we should have quite a few more after the next cutting. Okay, so that's what we've got. 949,750 liters. Okay, 131 out of 650 bales that it will hold. Okay, one of the really nice things that I like about this shed is the ability for you to disable the input. I think from watching Lazy E's video on YouTube, he said this was in there so you could not accidentally load something in here. What I like about it is you can disable the input and not use it as an auto feeder. If you want to, if you would rather do a little bit more realistic play, just disable the input, and then that way you can just unload your trailer in here, I believe. I think you should be able to get back in there with the trailer. I haven't tried it yet, but you know, if you can walk back here, I'm pretty sure you can get a trailer back here. So this is a really nice mod. A lot of nice detail. Okay, works great. Okay, well, that's it for this video. Next video, what we'll be doing is we'll be doing some wet corn, combining wet corn, doing some straw or some corn stalk baling. We're going to do it with a square baler. I haven't done it with a square baler yet. I hope the square bale textures work just like the round bale textures work. They should work okay. Okay. And also possibly doing some soybeans and soybean straw. Okay. Till then, thanks for watching.